Your backpack hits the airport floor, and 4 ordinary things suddenly become 4 different problems. A power bank in the side pocket flashes, carry-on only. A 12-ounce shampoo bottle in your toiletry kit flashes, checked bag. A gel ice pack, half-melted and slushy in a lunch bag, flashes, both with limits. Then the smart suitcase rolls up to the gate, battery still locked inside. Leave it home? Not exactly, but maybe not on this flight. That is the panic most travelers miss. They think the question is bag size. Security is asking something sharper. Where is the risk packed? And can anyone reach it if something goes wrong? Because the worst mistake may happen after security, when the airline takes your carry-on at the gate and sends it below. Before we sort the 15 items, we need to change the question from, "Can I bring it?" to something more important. Here is the shift. For 2026 travel planning, we are using current United States guidance from the Transportation Security Administration, the Federal Aviation Administration, and the Department of Transportation. For each of the 15 items, you will get one clear label: carry-on only, checked bag, either bag with restrictions or not permitted. But the real rule is not carry-on versus checked. It is control versus distance. A cabin bag is near people. If something smokes, leaks, overheats, alarms, or needs inspection, a crew member can see it, reach it, and respond. A checked bag is locked away in the cargo hold. It is loaded by handlers, separated from you, and treated as freight once the door closes. That is why 2 items that look equally harmless on your bed can be treated completely differently at the airport. And one warning comes first. Airlines, foreign security authorities, and destination customs agencies can be stricter than the United States baseline. So, check your route, not just your bag. And the system starts with the item that looks harmless until it becomes a fire risk inside a cargo hold. Power banks and uninstalled spare lithium batteries are carry-on only. That means the extra battery for your camera, the spare battery for a drone, the backup cell for a flashlight, and the charging brick you use for your phone do not belong in checked luggage. The reason is simple. A loose lithium battery has exposed terminals. If those terminals touch keys, coins, another battery, or a metal zipper pull, the battery can short circuit. From there, it can overheat, vent smoke, or ignite. In the cabin, that is an emergency people can reach. In the cargo hold, it is a problem behind a locked door. For most travelers, batteries up to 100 watt-hours are generally allowed. From 101 to 160 watt-hours, you usually need airline approval. Larger lithium batteries are generally not allowed on passenger aircraft, but the mistake happens after you pack correctly. You put the power bank in your roller bag. The bin space runs out. The gate agent tags that roller bag. Now your carry-on is going under the airplane with a loose lithium battery inside it. So before you leave home, move every power bank and spare battery into the personal item you will keep at your feet. Cover the terminals with caps, tape, sleeves, or original packaging. But what if the lithium battery is not loose? What if it is already installed inside your phone, laptop, or suitcase? If the battery is installed inside a phone or laptop, the rule changes. These devices are usually allowed in either bag, but with restrictions. Carry-on is still the safer choice because a smoking phone or overheating laptop can be seen, reached, and handled quickly. If you put one in checked luggage, it should be completely powered off. Not asleep, not hibernating, off. It also needs protection from crushing, bending, or being switched on by accident inside a packed suitcase. Smart luggage is the trap. A suitcase with a built-in lithium battery is usually carry-on only unless that battery can be removed. If the airline makes you check the bag, the battery comes out first, and that battery travels with you in the cabin. That is the item most likely to be legal at home, then suddenly become a problem at the gate. Trackers are different again. A small luggage tracker with a tiny installed battery is often allowed in either checked or carry-on bags, as long as it follows airline rules. But do not confuse that coin-sized tracker with a high-capacity power bank. Same. Broad chemistry. Different risk, different rule. So before you zip the suitcase, sort the battery by type. Installed device, removable suitcase battery, small tracker, or spare power source. Now we move from batteries that burn to toiletries that seem boring, until the container size gives you away. Ordinary toiletries are allowed in either bag, but the limit changes at the checkpoint. In a carry-on, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, toothpaste, sunscreen, hair gel, and similar products need to be in containers of 100 milliliters, or 3.4 ounces, or smaller. those containers also need to fit inside the required liquids bag under TSA-style rules. Checked luggage is where the full-size bottle usually belongs. The trap is not how much liquid is inside. It is the size printed on the bottle. A half-empty 8-ounce shampoo bottle is still an 8-ounce container. At the checkpoint, you do not get credit for the empty space. This rule exists because small amounts are faster and easier to screen in a crowded security lane. Officers are not measuring your conditioner like a science experiment. They are sorting risk quickly, repeatedly, and in public. So the practical move is simple. Before you leave home, decant everyday toiletries into compliant travel bottles, or put the full-size products in checked luggage if they are otherwise allowed. And check your route. Some foreign airports handle the liquids bag differently, especially on transfers. But one kind of liquid breaks the pattern. Not because it skips screening, but because the reason for carrying it is different. Medical liquids are different because the limit is not the main rule. Access is. Insulin, liquid antibiotics, seizure medication, injectable medicine, nutrition formulas, and other medically necessary liquids can be allowed in a carry-on above the usual 100 milliliter or 3.4-ounce limit. But that does not make them invisible at security. The better move is to keep them separate, clearly labeled, and ready to declare when the officer asks. They may need extra screening, the bottle may be inspected, the cooler pack may be checked. Annoying, yes, but losing access is worse. Prescription pills are usually allowed in either carry-on or checked luggage, with restrictions depending on the medicine and the destination. Keep them in original or clearly labeled packaging when you can. For international trips, check the rules for every country you enter, not just the one printed on your final ticket. The mistake is packing all medication in the checked bag because it feels tidy. Then the flight diverts, the bag is delayed, or your roller bag gets gate checked at the door. Before you leave home, put essential doses, documents, and cooling supplies in your personal item, not the overhead bag, the bag under your control. Medication may get special handling because you need it. Aerosols get special handling because some of them can become pressure and fire problems. That little can of deodorant is usually fine. So is shaving cream. So is hairspray. But only if you treat it like a toiletry aerosol, not just a spray can. In a carry-on, toiletry aerosols must fit the liquids rule. Each container is 100 milliliters, or 3.4 ounces or smaller, and it goes with your other liquids. In checked luggage, larger toiletry aerosols may be allowed, but they still have quantity limits, and the cap or nozzle has to be protected so it cannot spray by accident. The reason is not mystery. It is pressure, flammability, and accidental discharge. A can that gets crushed, heated, or knocked around in baggage handling is different from a bottle of shampoo. It can leak propellant. It can spray inside a bag. In the wrong category, it can become a fire risk. That is where people get caught. They treat every aerosol like deodorant. Household sprays, many insect sprays, spray paint, and other flammable non-toiletry aerosols are not the same thing. Under common passenger aircraft rules, those are not permitted in your luggage. Before you pack it, read the label. Confirm it is personal care. Cap it securely. Leave the garage chemicals at home. Food seems friendlier than aerosols, until the difference between solid and spreadable changes the bag it belongs in. A sandwich can go in your carry-on. Crackers can go in your carry-on. Cookies, muffins, chips, granola bars, most dry snacks. Usually either bag is fine. The trouble starts when the food stops behaving like a solid. Peanut butter is the classic trap. So are yogurt, jam, salsa, hummus, sauces, gravy, and soup. They may feel like food to you, but at screening they are treated more like liquids, gels, or pastes. If they are in your carry-on, the container generally has to be 100 milliliters, or 3.4 ounces, or smaller. That is why a turkey sandwich passes, but a full jar of mustard may not. A bag of pretzels passes, but a tub of queso becomes a problem. The rule is not about whether you plan to eat it. It is about whether it is spreadable, pourable, squeezable, or gel-like. Checked baggage gives you more room for those larger food containers, but it does not erase every restriction. International trips can trigger customs rules for meat, fruit, dairy, seeds, and agricultural products. The snack that clears security may still be taken away after landing. So before you leave home, sort food by texture, not appetite. Solid, spreadable, pourable. And if that food needs to stay cold, the ice pack can become the next checkpoint problem. Gel ice packs sit in the gray zone. In a checked bag, an ordinary cooling pack is usually the easy choice, as long as nothing else about it is restricted. But in a carry-on, the condition of the pack matters at the checkpoint. Frozen solid is the key phrase. If the pack is hard, frozen through, and not leaking, it generally has a much better chance of passing in your carry-on. If it is slushy, partially melted, or liquid inside, screeners treat it more like a gel or liquid. Then it has to fit the ordinary liquids rule, which means 100 milliliters or 3.4 ounces, unless it qualifies for an exception. The most common mistake happens before you even reach the X-ray belt. You freeze the pack at home. Then comes traffic, parking, bag drop, the shuttle, and a 30-minute security line. By the time your lunch bag is screened, that solid brick has become a soft pouch of gel. Medical cooling packs are different. If they are needed for medication, they can receive separate treatment, but you should separate them, declare them, and expect screening. For ordinary food cooling, freeze it solid or pack it checked. The next item adds one more layer. A tool may be fine in the hold, but its battery may need to ride with you. A cordless drill is an either bag item with restrictions. The cleanest setup is usually this. The tool body goes in the checked bag if your airline allows it, and the removable lithium battery rides in the cabin. Not loose, not rattling around in a side pocket, protected. That split matters because the drill is just cargo. The battery is the risk. A removable lithium battery is treated like a spare battery, and spare batteries generally do not belong in checked luggage. If the terminals touch keys, coins, screws, or another battery, they can short circuit. If a lithium battery overheats in the hold, nobody can reach it quickly. In the cabin, crew can see smoke, isolate the item, and respond. The classic mistake is packing the whole kit together. Drill, charger, and loose spare battery in one checked suitcase. It feels organized. It is exactly the arrangement that can create trouble. Before you leave home, remove the battery if it is designed to come off, cover the terminals, check the watt-hour rating, and confirm your airline accepts that tool on your route. At this point, the list looks like 15 separate rules. But the real pattern is simpler, and it is the reason the gate check moment is so dangerous. That is the pattern hiding underneath the whole list. The dangerous bag is not automatically the checked bag, and it is not automatically the carry-on. The dangerous bag is the one you packed for one set of rules, then lost control of under another. Picture the boarding door. The overhead bins are full. An agent walks down the line with paper tags. Your roller bag was supposed to stay above your seat. Now it is going under the airplane. That is the moment a correctly packed carry-on can become a problem. A power bank in the front pocket, spare camera batteries in the pouch, medication for tonight, your laptop, passport copies, the charger you need during a delay. None of that should be trapped in a bag you cannot reach until baggage claim, or worse, until tomorrow. The prepared traveler has a small inner layer ready. Before the bag is tagged, they pull out batteries, medicine, documents, electronics, and the first 24 hours of essentials. One pouch, one backpack, one thing that stays with the body. Packing is not about convenience first. It is about keeping risk where people can manage it. So here is the final packing table, the version you can screenshot before your next trip. Start with the items that should never disappear into the hold. Power banks, carry-on only. Spare lithium batteries, carry-on only with the terminals protected. Phones and laptops, usually allowed in either bag, but carry-on is safer. And some devices may need to be powered off or protected from accidental activation. Smart luggage, carry-on only unless the battery is removable before the bag is checked. Luggage trackers, usually allowed in either bag, but they still depend on battery limits and airline rules. Cordless curling irons and hair straighteners, sometimes allowed, sometimes restricted, and sometimes not permitted at all, depending on whether they use lithium batteries, gas cartridges, or other fuel. Now the liquids. Ordinary liquids and gels, carry on only in small containers inside the liquids bag, or larger amounts in checked luggage. Medically necessary liquid medication, allowed in carry-on above the normal liquid limit, but it must be declared for screening. It can also go checked, but carry-on is the better choice. Prescription pills. Allowed in either bag, with carry-on strongly recommended, especially for anything you need during the trip. Toiletry aerosols. Allowed with size and quantity limits. Flammable, non-toiletry aerosols not permitted. Food follows the same pattern. Solid food, usually either bag, with agriculture and customs rules on international trips. Liquid or gel food, small amounts through security, larger amounts checked. Gel ice packs, allowed if frozen solid, with extra flexibility when needed for medication or medical items. Battery-powered tools. Often the tool can be checked, but the removable lithium battery belongs in the cabin. And that answers the question from the beginning. The everyday item most likely to be packed correctly at home, then become a problem at the gate, is the power bank or spare lithium battery left inside a roller bag that suddenly gets gate checked. So make one habit before every flight. Build a never-check pouch before you leave home. Put power banks, spare lithium batteries, medication, documents, essential electronics, chargers, and your first 24 hours of must-haves in it. That pouch stays under the seat, not in the overhead bin and not in the cargo hold. Packing is not about convenience first. It is about keeping risk in the part of the airplane where people can actually manage it. Before departure, verify the current TSA, FAA, Department of Transportation, Airline, Foreign Security, and Customs rules for your exact route. Comment with the one item you did not realize had different carry-on and checked bag rules. Thanks for watching and travel